Hello. This bout was insane. Now, I do agree with the majority of boxing social media outlets that Fury probably should have won, but at the same time, it is not my place to go against a judge's decision. I must respect it, even though I do understand the frustration of the commentators. Nonetheless, I'm excited for the possibility of a rematch, because again, that was insane. I was on the edge of my seat the entire bout. Now, the philosophy I'd use to describe what happened in Deontay's bout with Luis Ortiz is pretty much the same one I'd use in his bout with Fury, with of course the techniques being used being vastly different. Wilder being boxed up by a superior understanding and execution of the sweet science, but at the same time, Deontay Wilder possessing a power you can never count out, a stick of dynamite loaded into his right hand that could instantly change the outcome of the bout. That is actually what we saw. Tyson Fury, a grasp of the sweet science, rare in heavyweight, and Deontay Wilder, a level of explosiveness also rare in heavyweight. A classic duel of skill versus talent, but this is what shocked me the most. Here, Tyson Fury rising back from the abyss. How did he accomplish such a miraculous feat?
A year ago today, I was about 400 pounds. I was in terrible shape. No secret what I've been through. But it's proof that anyone can come back from anything. I ain't a special human being. I'm just a normal man. I wasn't fighting for myself. I wasn't just down on that campus in the round 12 for me and my family. I was representing everybody who suffers around the world. I had to get up. I couldn't stay down. I had to get up and show that you can continue and you can carry on and anything is possible.
That is exactly it. This wasn't about money for Fury. This wasn't about fame. It wasn't about anything but his desire to help the people of this world. That calling he felt in his heart. It was bigger than the concussion Deontay Wilder gave him. To further legitimize this notion, Tyson Fury is to donate his £8 million to the poor and homeless. I don't really have much use for it. I'm not interested in becoming a millionaire or billionaire. I'm a boxer, not a businessman. I'll probably go down in history the same route as every other boxer, skinned at the end of it all. He truly does not care about anything but his passion and his ability to use it as an avenue to inspire those who suffer from mental illness, the same way he does depression. When he possesses a calling this heavily loaded in his spirit, Deontay Wilder would likely have to take his life in order to stop him. Miyamoto Musashi. To win any battle, you must fight as if your life has already been taken. Losing his life is irrelevant. He does not care. Wasting away with an inability to help those in need. That's all that's on this man's mind. Without this calling, I'm certain he would have already been crushed by his morbid depression. Cus D'Amato. A man who's thinking or worried about getting hit is not going to have a good sense of anticipation. He will, in fact, get hit. This is the secret to Tyson Fury's game. His curse, when paired with a sense of purpose, is what allows him to clear his mind and not worry, but at the same time execute with an absolute intention to win. It's why he can dance, frolic around the Bronze Bomber's haymakers and not get emotional or phased by all that power. When you don't care what happens to you, but have an absolute intention to win, fueled by a cause higher than yourself, mentally, you've ascended to a place where little can stop you. That said, let's now take a closer glance at Tyson Fury's dangerous dance with Deontay Wilder. Now, one thing we can count on from Deontay Wilder is straight up devastating power. That is how he made his name. His ability to drop a stick of dynamite every time he throws a shot. It has its obvious advantages. If he touches his opponent clean, even once, the bout will likely end. But at the same time, Deontay's technique is pretty wild, like whipping a softball every time he throws a shot. This not only means more telegraph, but also that the shot will likely follow the same line of attack. If Fury has a feel for that trajectory, he can duck, pull, or slip the shot, then come back with a lighter shot. A lighter shot. He is a big man and can heavily commit power himself. After all, you have to respect any 250-pound man with good body mechanics, but that wasn't his goal. His goal was to box Deontay Wilder up. Which brings me to my next point. Tyson Fury respected Deontay Wilder's power, but he was not afraid of it. If He could avoid the shot, even if meant looking away for a split second to do so. He knew he would have a window to return his own. Why is this? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It's Newton's third law. This is another double-edged to Deontay Wilder's power. He can blast through a man's guard and concuss him like that. But if he winds up delivering huge power, he will have to recover from that momentum he's generated before he can deliver his next shot. It's like a computer game almost. If your skill is on cooldown, you can't use it again until it comes back up. Thus, during that time is when Tyson Fury uses his own skill, a much quicker, lighter one, touching that window. Another technique Tyson Fury used to overwhelm Deontay Wilder was his use of feints. Fury perhaps has the best feints in the heavyweight division. With head movement, he constantly probes your depth perception to see how you'll react, either pulling your shot and making you waste energy, creating a window on your recovery, or he uses it to step in with his own shot if he's got you thinking too much. Paralysis by analysis. Tyson Fury, he plays a game of chess where his opponents instead play checkers. This use of feints also overwhelms his opponents in another regard. Even in a reaction time, we have a duration of recovery. If you are being probed with feints and constantly reacting off of them, trying to figure out which shot is real, which is not, during that process your reaction is being exhausted. Now, as this part of your mind fatigues, it makes it harder and harder to react, to figure out which shot is real and which is not. This partially explains why Tyson Fury seemed to pick up more and more momentum as the bout continued. It wasn't just that he was getting more comfortable. With all the taunts and feints, hitting air, touching with counters, this was all mentally taxing just as much as it was physically. Here, Deontay Wilder gauges with his lead, and as you can see, Fury, his eyes see that big right hand coming in. Mentally, he's composed. He slips to the inside, ducks to notice this. Not even with his eyes on the punch, Fury sees the lead. Incoming, this moves to the outside on recovery. This is how firm a feel he has on the body mechanics of a punch. Deontay, recovering from that power, gives Tyson Fury his window to strike. From here, you can imagine the game of Frogger Fury is playing. Innately, you must recognize his mental composure under such dangerous fire. It's almost unbelievable. The man does not express fear. Instead, he expresses respect, which allows his mind to walk along this dangerous tightrope. There are many men on this planet that can do this. Just look at that. It's beautiful. He's not using power. He's just touching Deontay with the sweet science, feinting his hand and head, pumping his jab. He isn't committing with a hard shot. Instead, he traps the backhand with his lead, sees Deontay extend his lead, over the top comes his shot as he slips inside. The skill difference was obvious. Tyson Fury does not have the same level of athleticism, but Deontay's understanding of the science does not even come close to Fury's. That's what this was. Almost an irony. You could say Deontay Wilder's weakness was his absurd power. Tyson, he simply respected it, then, with the science of boxing, took advantage of it. The feint, it has Deontay flinch. During that time, Deontay tried to figure out what just happened. In came a jab. It's too late. The jab created a window for Tyson Fury to enter with a cross. Clean, through high guard. So then, after all this finesse, how did Deontay Wilder finally catch Tyson Fury? We must recognize, as phenomenal as Fury is, he is still human, and this is still a fight. One misstep, especially in the heavyweight division, versus an athlete as dangerous as Wilder, that could end the bout then and there. Deontay here, he read how Fury was ducking his shot. Watch as Deontay enters against the head position. He changed his line of attack, thus this time, it did not graze over Fury's head. This innately means the shot did not have as much power as his usual line of attack, but it's as they say, it's not the hardest shot that drops you, it's the one you do not see coming. From here, crashes Deontay's lead hook. Getting hit clean has instantly ended the fight for many of Deontay's opponents. They were never really able to recover from that power. Seeing Tyson Fury get up where many others have not, that was nothing less than miraculous. This moment was the perfect metaphor for his vision. Coming back from the brink of no return, he proved to the world, with the right mindset, anyone can change their life around. Thus Fury rose from his grave. His purpose of inspiring mental health was greater than his physical being. Both Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury overcame great struggle to make it to where they are now. Deontay Wilder for his daughter and Tyson Fury for mental health. They both made it to this grand stage not based upon their talents alone. There is a sea of untapped talent wasting away as we speak. For these two great men, it was their vision and mindset that allowed this legendary bout to happen. To that end, may we let their story kindle a little bit of fire in ourselves. After all, isn't that what this is all about? Thank you, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, for the privilege to watch. If you like more from me, please subscribe and hit the notifications. Thank you if you did. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. It's good karma. And until next time, peace.
I was representing everybody who suffers around the world. I had to get up. I couldn't stay down.